Testing. Testing. Is this working? Fucking hell. Fuck's sake. Good evening, YouTube. Hopefully you are all good and doing well as always. It feels weird saying good evening. The other day, or a few weeks ago now, I would have shown you what my 5 to 9 looks like before my 9 to 5. And now I'm showing you what my 9 to 5... No, fucking hell. Long day. Now I'm showing you what my 5 to 9 looks like in the evening. But just before I do so, just for a quick recap of today, I actually woke up this morning and I was 68.4 kilos, so I'm very happy about that from a cut side of things. I went to the gym and then I worked like normal, and I finished work at 4:30, and then I come straight back home, and what you have seen so far is basically like the first, say, 45 minutes to hour of my evening. I just try and get pretty much everything sorted for work the next day, and then also my steps done as well. So I'm currently doing 12k steps a day. I've been doing those throughout the course of the day, and I've now finished the steps off at this moment in time. And usually, because today is a Wednesday, I would also usually meal prep today, but last night I actually got ahead of the game and I meal prepped my chicken mince because I was watching the Southampton versus Middlesbrough game, and I just did that whilst I was doing so to free myself up some time tonight, because after work I then start sort of like my second job and like my business work on the side of work, which certainly takes a lot of effort and a lot of willpower sometimes, but I'm going to show you through what I've got to do this evening very shortly. And then I'm also going to show you my evening meal as well, because calories are quite low at the moment, so it's looking a bit bleak, so stay tuned for that. So, as mentioned, I'm just about to start work, but at the moment I'm going through a rice cake phase. My calories are quite low and I'm absolutely loving these. I'm only having 2,000 calories a day. But as mentioned, it is now time to start work after work. Now, with my coaching business, how I run it, Monday through to Friday is typically like sort of like small bits of content that I can get done through the course of the week. So sometimes it'll be like YouTube video editing, sometimes just reel editing, planning content, writing emails, doing social media posts. So as I say, it's mainly like content related stuff. And then typically on Saturday, it will also mainly be content related, but Sunday is the main day that I do all of my client related stuff. So this is when I do like, if they have any program updates, I'll do all of their program updates. I do all of their check-ins with them, which is when they send me like voice notes or videos talking me through their week. I review their form. I tell them exactly what to do and send them like a video back. I do that on a Sunday. And then, as I say, sort of like Monday through to Saturday, it would typically be a case of checking in with clients when I need to via WhatsApp, messaging them in the evening if they need me or if I need to sort of get in contact with them. But through the week, it is mainly always content related. So today, I have actually written up a post throughout the course of today that I've just thought of like as I've been going through the day, on my breaks, at the gym when I was on the treadmill. So it's just a case of like editing that down, making it in email form, and then also making it sort of like a little bit more readable for Instagram. I'm going to be doing that post, and then I've also got another carousel post which I'm going to be showing people like what I've been eating to lose the fat that I have been losing, because I'll show you how I think I'm like 19 weeks in at this point of my cut, and at this point in time I have lost 11.6 kilos, I think it is, and the difference is obviously quite significant, as you can see from up there. So as I say, I'm going to crack on with that, and then I also will probably do a little bit of education, so like 20 to 30 minutes I try and just learn something that is useful to some extent, so that I have more knowledge and then can ultimately coach my clients to a better ability and try and get them the best results and provide them with the best service I can as well.
At the wettest place in Britain, because we're British, but if it's sunny, even if it's just dry, it's dry. It might have been saved if it was good. I like the body colour repaint panel on top of the...
It is now 8 o'clock and the Vector glasses are on as usual. These are blue light blocking glasses. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure if they actually do anything in terms of, these were just some cheap ones off of Amazon, so they might not even do anything. But because I associate this with sort of like winding down and going to bed or getting in bed and everything like that, they certainly help with like a bedtime routine to some extent. I have literally just had my dinner, which, as I say, looks a bit criminal because it's just 2 rice cakes, some salmon, some mushrooms, some asparagus and some broccoli as well. Trying to just load up with like as much sort of veg as possible, for not only for like the vitamins and everything like that, but also for just trying to get a bit more food volume in there as well to improve digestion. But now that I have eaten that, I'm actually going to finish off the meal prep that I did yesterday. I've just got to add sweet corn to my chicken mince, and I'm also going to make up my overnight oats for the next couple of days as well to get ahead with things, because I'm done with work now. I've done sort of like an hour and a half worth of work, and I'm going to be watching Man City versus Crystal Palace, hoping that Crystal Palace can take at least a few points away from City, so that Arsenal obviously have a bit of a easier go at winning the title. Even though I think that my prediction is that City, even if they win today, are going to lose against Bournemouth, and we're going to win against Burnley, and then it's basically a done deal. I think. I don't know about the maths of that, but usually as well in the evening, I would usually sort of like sort out like my suit for work the next day. I'd have that already. I'd have all my gym bags ready. I'd have all my food ready for the next morning as well. But because tomorrow is Thursday and it's a rest day, I can be a little bit more chilled out. I'm going to get up like about an hour later. I'm not going to be at the gym. These things only take like a minute or two to sort out, so I can just sort it out tomorrow morning. Now, with the meal prepping all finished, it is around about 20 to 9. And as I am a bold boy, I need to shave my head. I literally do this every single evening, and then also most mornings as well, to give myself a nice fresh skin fade all over. This is called like a Remington head shaver. I can't remember. I think it cost me like 60 quid back in the day. But now, the amount of times I've used it is quality. I am going to have to take off the glasses when it comes to shaving, obviously, this bit temporarily. But I'm now basically, as I say, going to shave my head, brush my teeth, have a wash, just start chilling out for the evening. Normally, if it wasn't a rest day tomorrow, I would be trying to go to sleep in the next 20 minutes. But instead, I think I'm going to watch the football the first half, see how it's going. And if I think City are easily going to win, then I really want to watch the next episode of The Boys, if that is out. And that is what my 5 to 9s normally look like. As I say, it's normally a case of sort of getting sorted for work the next day, meal prepping if needs be, getting the last of my steps done, doing a little bit of work like here and there, sort of the best that I can. And it genuinely feels like I'm really busy all the time in terms of like my evenings literally just fly by, especially because I go to bed quite early. However, I actually really enjoy being busy and having to do all of this. And whilst it is a lot of effort to obviously go and do like work after work, I really enjoy doing it. And I would get bored otherwise, like especially because I also really like obviously helping clients, producing content and everything like that. So it doesn't really feel too much like work. Oh, City have just scored a second one. It means I'm going to watch The Boys. But thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions or anything like that, leave them in the comments. If, like me, you also work a 9 to 5, make sure you like and subscribe so that you can see exactly what I'm doing to get in the best shape of my life around being in the office and work. Follow me on Instagram via the link in the description. And as I say, thank you very much for watching.